Talk to our leader.
That was my question. You just talk.
Yeah, yeah.
You just throw my name up every time.
Yeah. And some cigarillo papers, I think it wasn't, brother.
That's what they said. I don't believe nothing. I done lost my voice. I don't believe nothing these white folks talking about.
Yeah. It's hard for the public to believe that a young man who had no criminal history at all could be stopped walking in the street. The first thing was that the police officer told him to get out the street on the sidewalk. Now the chief comes in today and tells us that it's another whole story. They were under suspicion that he had committed a robbery. So we don't know what story to believe with, but we do know one thing. A young 18-year-old man was shot dead in the neighborhood and body left on the street for 4 hours. And that's why all of these people are out here today protesting inhumanity.
And we want 100,000 people from around the country to come into the city. Starting this Monday, 7 o'clock in the morning, I want everybody to drive 40 miles an hour around the whole country, shutting these highways down with their lights flashing. Starting this Monday, 7 o'clock in the morning, driving 40 miles an hour with their flashes flashing on the highway. We're not going to take this.
That's exactly right. And hey, brother, you got some things. Brother, you want to say some things about what's going on? Brother, you want to say some things what's going on about? You know, a lot of these young men have been in this community all their lives. They've been subjected to this type of treatment every single day. My grandson was here visiting from college and riding around in the car with 2 of his friends, and he was subjected to illegal detention and with no probable cause, just pulled over and asked to provide license and everything else. We live in this neighborhood. A chief of police coming saying that a suspicion of a robbery. We don't believe that. I know I don't believe it. My experience as a kid coming up in Arkansas and in Detroit and California tells me that this is not the way that things are done in a city in America. But this is how it's done when you're talking about treating black Americans. So we got this lady back here. You want to say something? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So we're going to get back with that we're streaming every day, all day long today. We're going to be streaming it in. And this is CREDO Action. And
we want 100,000 people from around the country to come on into St. Louis. This is the new Gen 6. This is the Selma, Alabama. Come on in and help us break this down.
Yeah, and we'll be having other people come up and talk as the day goes along. So, all right, I want to thank you all. Thank you so very much. Do you have anything you want to say? All right.
I just want justice, man. Where's the police report? Where's the injury report that this dude was supposed to have? Where's all that?
They handed out something this morning, but it wasn't enough. Come on around. So we can get in front of the camera. This is CREDO Action out of Washington, D.C.
We need to see if this policeman shot somebody. How come he didn't write a report up? How come we don't have access to that? We need to see that. We need to see his injury report.
They did not provide a complete police report, my understanding, because they didn't talk. The autopsy report's still not out, but we didn't see anything about that. So I don't know. I'd like to know what the policeman's track record.
To the trade schools to learn how to do the work, but before then, and all during that time, their children would get out of school for the summer and come and work around us, and they were making the same amount of money we made, which was $21 an hour at that time. And then we showed them what to do. They were children. Now they wanted to tell the grown men who had 3 and 4 babies to go to school while those families needed food.
I was out there when they blocked 70 off, right after that Goodfellow. I think it's Goodfellow.
Okay, I'm trying to get to a point. I'm saying that to say that that time, like the Trayvon Martin,
of what you want to see happen in this community and see the changes. You don't want it to go like it's gone so many times before, where there's a big demonstration and then 2 or 3 days later, a week later, everything is calmed down.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How old are you?
I'm 30.
30 years old.
It's around 12 to 15 people in the group,
Yeah.
in the coalition committee, 10 of those people are 30 and under. So it's a youth movement with elder leadership.
Well, one thing about it, the elders got to start working with the youth, and the youth has got to start having some trust and faith in the wisdom that the elders bring. We got to get more involved. I'm 68 years old. We got to get more involved and teach our young people that the struggle is not over with. It's still going on. It's a meaningful struggle too. I hate to think that this has happened to this young man, and this would bring about this. We should have had a peaceful thing somewhere else, but
it's some things that I was asked by some of the media outlets that I just want to say that a shoplifting, even strong arm robbery is not a reason to justifiably kill someone, murder someone cold blood. We have 25 states joining in on our national protest Saturday at noon in Canfield,
Right.
12 noon. We got 25 states. I've been contacted by people in Brazil and people in South Africa want to join in.
Well, you know, one of the things too is that not only about excessive force, but the police officers was shooting in a neighborhood where kids were playing in the middle of the day. One of the bullets went in one of the houses that we just found out the other day from the girl Tiffany, one of the witnesses. But that's a careless regard for the well-being of the people in that community. My grandchildren lived in that community up until a couple of years ago. Any one of them could have been outside.
I think it's something in the system that's flawed just on a human level, that we value things more than we value people. I heard more concerns about property damage than I heard about the people damage. Some people come out, did some things in the community. I set up some water, some diaper drives for the people in the community because everyone's talking about property damage. The system allows some people to suffer while we have
He gonna even try the person or not, and reduce the charges. It's a first-degree murder act that was committed, but I'm thinking they're gonna try to lower those charges down on that young man.
we haven't ironed out what charges we want them to be brought up on. We still have some lawyers and some litigators and things to make sure that we go through the proper course. But
Now, what's your name?
my name is Torian Russell.
Dwayne Russell. All right. Dwayne, we're going to move around, see if we find anybody else who would come up and want to talk about what's going on. Yeah. Here we got another. Brother Mike, you see anybody? I guess they're rallying around. People are moving around in different directions. They're waiting on the comments from Captain Ron Johnson about that police report that was handed out to a very select few today. But the masses didn't get any information at all about it. But it is a very stirring moment today. We see elders and the young people coming together, expressing their discontent with what went on. So, I was just trying to check to see if this. Michael, ask this young man with the camera on. Yeah. See if he wants to make a comment. CREDO Action Radio, Progressive Radio. Yeah. Well, here we got a young man here coming up that's been out here since this morning. I saw you out here this morning. Yeah, coming along. Yeah. My name is Oval Miller, man. I'm from St. Louis, but I'm now speaking with CREDO Action Radio out of Washington, D.C., a progressive radio program that goes all around the world. Okay. But what do you think about what's going on here?
I just feel I'm outraged, man. It makes no sense. I mean, because at the end of the day, after all of this is done, when all of these news cameras are done, we still have to live here, and we still got parents who have to bury a son. At the end of the day, we can't wait like that. Think about that.
That's right.
He pulled that trigger. Matter of fact, let's just say he was shot. Let's just say somewhere between 6 to 10 times. That's how many times he was hit.
Right.
Think about the other times, the bullets that didn't hit him.
Yeah, in a neighborhood where kids are playing.
He pulled that trigger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times.
In cold blood. In cold blood.
Literally in the middle of the street.
And people saw it. And I don't know how they intend to make that right.
It's people everywhere
Yeah.
in the complex. I live on it.
This morning they come to try to play us black people like we fucking stupid and try to say that he was in an armed robbery, and they put up a picture of a 6'4", 300-pound football player looking motherfucker that looked about 40 years old, you hear me, and said it was this 17-year-old boy and said it was an armed robbery. So we up at this motherfucking Quick Trip that we burned down. We up here protesting. We letting them know we ain't stay. You hear me? You stand or you fall for anything. You hear me? We up here and we gonna continue to be up here. It's some fucked up shit. We ain't going for it. Shit gotta change. It gotta be a law. It gotta be some. They shot that wasn't no murder. That's some motherfucking executions and some shit that happened back. Seems like it happened.
Yeah. Again, here we are with CREDO Action Radio, progressive radio, beaming all around the world.
Yeah, how I feel about the situation, I think it was wrong for the simple fact the police shouldn't even left the scene. Because it'd be wrong if one of us would have did that type of thing and left the scene. So all of that should be eliminated and the guys should be prosecuted as real as they would do us. So we just want justice.
You're absolutely right. Everybody here is screaming for justice. Everybody here is talking about justice. Everybody wants justice for Mike Brown. Here's a young lady here. What's your name?
My name is Erica.
Erica, we're with CREDO Action Radio, a progressive radio program that's beaming around the world as we speak right now.
Okay. I feel like justice needs to be met. It was an execution. He didn't deserve what he got, and the police need to get what that guy coming to them. They're trying to cover up for him, and it's just not right. So we're going to be out here until they do what's right. Okay. Yeah, I don't
Thank you very much. What?
be able to talk about this.
Come on. Good. Okay. We were just talking with one of the ladies here that was talking about some of the language was used by the last person up, Mike. And so we talked to them about calming the language down a little bit. But they're angry. They're angry. They're mad. And this is how they're expressing themselves. Everybody out here is not. How would you feel you would have reacted to that? Not being able to go to your son as you're laid in the street.
I don't know how I would have reacted. I can only imagine. I mean, it had to be heart-wrenching for her as a mom. Me as a mother, I have a lot of friends that have lost their children to violence, not just police brutality, but to violence within itself. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing them put their children away. I'm tired of other mothers putting their children away. A bond between a mother and a child is something that's remarkable. That was something that we were chosen to do by God, and it's been taken away senselessly every day. People are losing their children for nothing, and this here is sad.
Again, everybody's represented, all of the religions, the ministers, and they're all here expressing their deep, deep feelings about what has transpired here in Ferguson, Missouri on last Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock. More so than that, what transpired this morning when the report came in about the robbery, releasing of the officer's name and showing the picture that everybody here believes is a fake, is phony, not a picture of Mike Brown. So I don't know if we're going to get him to come over or not, but I would hope that we would. So could talk about what's going on here and how things are unfolding. We'll just keep looking around here and see. How do you feel? You don't want that? Huh? Yeah. All right. Hey, how you doing? Good. How you doing? I had a chance to speak with several of the mayors of the small communities that border Ferguson, and they were all out here today, I guess in support of their constituents. the people who live in their communities and vote in their neighborhoods, and a lot of diverse conversation. Some people with some real anger, concern. But right now, my friend, my close friend, Brother Akbar, how you doing? Oval Miller, brother.
How you doing, brother?
Good. I'm here with met him through Rock Newman.
Okay.
This is CREDO Action Radio, a progressive radio program that beams around the world.
Okay.
And they just getting some footage, some responses from some of the people in the community.
Okay.
And I know that you speak for the justice and peace that we all look for in our community. And so, would you like to say anything, Brother Akbar?
Yes. Is Rock Newman on that?
Yeah, Rock Newman. Yeah, he's a part of it.
Okay. First of all, I want to thank Rock and the station for sending a team out. And the most important thing about what they're doing is they're talking to the people to get an expression from the people who've been in the streets for days since the day of the killing of our brother. And this morning with the announcement of the name of the officer, and then they could have announced the name, and they could have, because they're under pressure. They only revealed the name because of the pressure from the top, the president, the governor, the senator from the state of Missouri, the police departments across the state, and they were under that pressure because of the blunder that they committed, sending in policemen dressed as soldiers, armed to the teeth with military vehicles, with tear gas, sniping to say things that pleased them. So the community must remain together and strong. Leadership must, as they sit down and they strategize how they would do that press conference this morning with the chief of police, we need to sit down and have strategy also. The whole country and the world is with us in St. Louis because this is like a Emmett Till moment, because what is happening in St. Louis is happening in thousands and thousands of communities across this country. But we have never had an arena or voice that we could articulate it and show the world what we suffer under repressive police force in cities. So I thank you very much. And
I want to say this because you and we were there. When you start looking at, it reminds me of New Orleans right after Katrina, when you saw those soldiers had roll in there, and we were all down there trying to figure out why would you need that type of military response. Well, at the Million Man March, that was the most successful march ever held in the history of this country. But we did. We were talking, just to describe what's been going on, the people milling around.
Right.
Everybody's a little discontent. But as you see people come up, see if they want to talk.
Now, what's the name of this radio station?
CREDO Action.
CREDO Action?
CREDO Action.
CREDO Action.
CREDO Action Radio. Sit down.
I got you.
You got me?
I guess I do.
Yeah. Sit down. It is.
man.
Everybody went up there. How you like somebody come forward yours? Stand over your child, shoot him dead, and then walk away, live they through the blood. Damn right, Resident Big.
That's how it was back in slavery, though. Take our black women, rape them. I bet you this there right in front of us. How much they want to fight? Well, we ain't gonna win because
This is CREDO Radio out of
Yes, sir.
Washington, D.C.
Indeed,
You want to have
sir.
something to say about today's events?
Indeed. I mean, I think it's very important that we're out here in solidarity as a people, as a community, black people primarily, but the rest of the world is standing with us in unity for this service and this injustice that's taking place. How's it going, my brother? How you doing? Because, we've been disproportionately affected. I mean, the statistics say that us as young black men are targeted. The evidence says that we are targeted. And it's just time that we come together in unity to kind of safeguard and protect us and keep us from these type of disservices that happen to us. And we must stand up today because as it's Mike Brown today, it'll be any of our sons. It could be my son. It can be the next person, our daughters. And it's an internal and it's an external problem, but it's a human problem that we have to deal with. But as black men and advocates for our youth and our people in our community, we have to be on the front line as defenders and freedom fighters to keep these types of things from happening ever again. And so, I mean, this is the beginning of a mental, spiritual, and physical revolution. And it's the time that we're living in, and the whole world is recognizing and taking notice. And it's ironic, and it's amazing, no coincidence that it took place in the center of the map. And we're just galvanizing all of the people to stand and move forward in this movement to change the whole landscape of the disadvantages that we keep on facing in our communities. Yes, sir. Indeed, beloved. Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Hey, what is it? Can I tell you about the
Yeah, you can.
Please.
CREDO Action Radio.
Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to have an opportunity to share my feelings with you. I am out here for justice, peace, and love. I also am out here, would you hold this, please? I'm also out here because it's about time we as a people stand up for our rights and our privileges. And we are out here because there were those who were denied an opportunity to stand up for their rights and their privileges. And speaking of privileges, I want to share another privilege I'm being denied. I graduated from the University of Missouri, and this is my alumni card. Effective July the 1st, last month, the University of Missouri, UMSL, here in St. Louis, is no longer allowing alumni to use the computer lab at the school. They will no longer allow the alumni to use the computer lab at the store. Now, this is another example of privileges being taken away from us, being denied. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you, and God bless all of you listeners.
Thank you for your time.
All right, my brother. Thank you.
All right.
Now, where will that be? What website will that be? You got a card?
No, I don't have a card. He does. Ask the gentleman. He has one right there for you.
Oh, he got a card.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Would you all like to share anything on radio? Would you like to speak on radio?
Man, nah, because that ain't going to do nothing. No. All right,
Would you like to speak? All right. Thank you. like to speak on radio, Sheriff?
Excuse me?
CREDO Action Radio. Would
Oh,
you like
okay.
to speak on the subject today?
Sure, why not? Hi, my name is Bern Marion. I'm down here trying to show my support for the situation that's happening, and I just hope we keep it all peaceful. In light of the new matters that are coming out, we just have to sit back and see what's going to happen. Okay, I hope we get justice. All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Hello. Would you like to speak today? This is CREDO Action Radio. Would you like to speak on the radio? This is worldwide.
Yes. It's terrible what the police doing right in the state, in St. Louis, Missouri, killing innocent people, shooting them when they did not do anything, dragging them out of their cars, and being terrible to them. And they killed Anna Brown, and right here, you have not filed any charges. It's a Michael Brown case, and you have taken no action in 2.5 years on Anna Brown's case as she was allowed to die at the hands of Richmond Heights Police Department. We will not forget these innocent people and inability to act on behalf of justice for African Americans and homeless individuals.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for your
You're
time.
very welcome.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. This is CREDO Action Radio out of Washington, D.C. Please.
Hello, my name is Tanika Dixon. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, born and raised. And I just want to say that it's unfortunate that this life was taken in the manner that it was, but I'm glad that it sparked the flame in so many people across the country, because it is time to stop with the police brutality and the overkilling of our black children and of any children for that matter. And I just hope that from this situation that we continue to rally and come together and talk about these issues and actually come with solutions for these issues, and not just rally during the times of crisis, but to keep this going on in the community from here on out so that we can actually see a change. Because the problem is, just like with Trayvon Martin, we rallied, we got excited, we talked about it for months, and then all of a sudden, nobody talks about it no more. Now it's a Michael Brown. Then it'll be somebody else next week or next month. The thing is, we have to keep being active and keep letting our voices being heard. I don't agree with this looting and everything that happened, but if it wasn't for this situation and this looting, then they wouldn't be here paying attention to us right now. So sometimes walking down the street holding hands and just singing Kumbaya is not enough. You know what I'm saying? It's just not enough sometimes. So us young people, we got to do our part now. We had our Martin Luther Kings and our Malcolm X's who did their part and got us here. But now us young people, we have to do our part and take it the next step. So that's all I want to say, and I hope that this sparks a change in us forever.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. What you got?
got to stand. I don't know what. Let me find the set. See what's
But there is no justification to the looting. I want to say that. I do want to say that. As far as I'm concerned, the looting is just unbelievable. You know, there's no way that the looters is going to try to convince anybody that while they're running out of Zeisers with these wheels and stuff, that they're saying, Michael, this is for you. I'm getting me these brand new wheels for my car in your name. To me, that's a disgrace to Michael, his memory, his family, and all the people out here that's here for the right reason, for Michael. Yes. You know, and it's the same black-owned businesses right down on West Lawson and Chambers. The beauty salon is owned by a black lady. I know her very well. To go in there and bust into that store. So it can't be about a racial thing. Are they trying to say while they were running out of there with them wigs and saying, hey, Mike, I just got me a new wig. Look how pretty I look, but it's all for you, Michael. I'm doing this for you. No. That has to stop. That should stop. If you want to do something in Michael's name and to honor him and his family, this is the way to do it right here, what they're doing today. Peaceful and say what's on your mind. You know, yes, God forbid anybody lose a child, black or white. It's a horrible thing. I have children of my own. You know, I have a 19-year-old that's in Fort Benning, Georgia now. The thing is, everybody, again, black or white, wants justice. But you have to wait for due process. It takes a while for everything to come in, especially now. More evidence is coming in. The hardest thing that I believe is going to be is to justify the shooting in the back. That's going to be hard to justify. Again, you cannot say that the officer that did the stop did it out of a racial thing, or he stopped Michael because of he looked like the one that was in the picture that they're saying robbed that store down there. And the only reason they call it a robbery is because he left the store, whoever it was. Once you leave a store with a stolen item, then it becomes robbery. If you get caught inside, it's just a theft. Right. So again, to my understanding, what I've seen on the news, the pictures actually don't coincide. They're different clothing from what I understand. Bottom line is, now whether he did that or not, does it justify him shooting Michael over $49 cigars? Hard to say. Again, bottom line is, they need to wait and see how it comes out. The people that's working on these cases, the FBI, and believe me, they're going to not leave any stone unturned. They're going to do exactly what they need to do.
But when you hit the surface of that mother, that's how it happens to me. It pop when you pop that pimple. So right now, I would be sitting right now. Right now, I would be sitting right now. Right now,
Take a break. We're going to take a break and go get something.
Okay.
My
phone went out on me, man. It shut down.
Radio out of Washington, D.C. We're a progressive radio station.
Yes, I do. I have lots. Oh, my goodness.
Right.
How you doing? What's going on? I love you.
Mike, you want to interview? You want to interview him? Yeah, step back.
Brother Love.
Brother Love.
Would you like to speak for a moment? Okay.
Come on back. Okay. Okay.
It's streaming live
All
around
right.
the world.
Yes, sir. This is around the world.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Okay. My name is Mark L. Rose. I'm the author of Know a Police Officer's Soul. This work explains the fact in depth, taking a soulful approach that many officers do not understand the philosophy, the ethics, the morality, the social issues that's going on in society. They do not understand the concept itself of serve and protect, where you have a lot of officers who was raised with ill feelings stemming from their parents, who spilled over the racial overtones into their very souls. As a fact, these officers are doing the things that they're doing, misrepresenting what.
Would you like to speak on that? All right, thank you.
Yeah, this is
Young lady
Angela
wanna
Mitchell
show
again.
The recent video that they were shown on as far as the crime being committed by Michael Brown.
This video says 6'9" at 152. So they think we're stupid. 6'9", this was August the 9th that this is supposedly happened, but the video surely states 6'9".
Thank you.
Take time. We old man.
Enjoy.
Y'all know we got the truck running over there. If y'all need to sit down, there's AC in there, you know what I'm saying? I'll just have a seat.
Come back here.
Fire department?
Vest. Say again? I ain't never seen a fire marshal in a vest. And an ambo. Okay. Somebody fell out.
So this is Peter James Callahan for We Act Radio, sponsored by CREDO Mobile here in Ferguson, Missouri. A fire marshal in a bulletproof vest has just shown up with an ambulance and a fire truck. It could be nothing, but we just wanted to let you know exactly what's going on here.
So basically, we still out here. Still a large gathering, a couple hundred people. They just ended a press conference moments ago where they basically dodged a lot of questions or didn't have any questions to answer. They gave no new information. They released a video, but it's all in stills. There is no actual video. It's like someone has fallen out or might have heat stroke or something. Being taken away on a stretcher now. Once again, it's WEAC Radio, sponsored by CREDO Mobile. We're here at Ground Zero. How you doing? Now, what's your name again?
Patricia Blanchard.
Patricia Blanchard. I know you had a story to tell earlier. We got part of it. Did you want to tell it again? We're live streaming now.
Sure.
Right. Come on. We're here with WEAC Radio for CREDO Mobile. This is Miss Patricia Blanchard. You're a resident here?
Yes, I live in Jennings.
Jennings, that's close.
1 mile from here.
Okay. Please tell us what you have to say.
My mother's name is Mrs. Annie L. Blanchard. She was placed in a nursing home and under the guardianship of the St. Louis County Public Administrator Tom Harris against my wishes. My mother recently died because she was beaten to death. 2 weeks before she died, they shipped her away out to Moberly, Missouri.
By whom was she beaten?
I'm not sure, but I think it was something related to my family members getting inside of the nursing home. However, the nursing home has lied and said she's fallen. She was beaten in January. She was beaten in March. She had a knife cut in the top of her head in April. Then these bruises here from head to toe, which I'm also on Facebook, but these bruises here from head to toe, they said she fell. Then when I found my mother, because he has not allowed me to see my mother for the whole 2.5 years that he's had my mother. He's lied and said I agitate my mother, but I've been caring for my mother for 40 plus years. He kept me from my mother. The nursing home has lied. I've gone to the St. John's Police Department with my family members. They refused to make a police report. My mother ended up in a nursing home because my mother's 2 sisters lied under oath who are politically connected and placed her in a home. So it's a lot of family dysfunction. They put my mother in a home because of family dysfunction, not because of the truth.
So the Jennings police, they are related to the Ferguson police in some kind of way?
No, the Jennings police, when they were Jennings, actually did more responsible action. Then they came up under the county. When she was being harmed in Jennings, Jennings responded. Okay. Once the public administrator got her and they moved her to St. John's would never respond. They said she failed. They said she failed on this time, and they didn't even look at her photos, but they said she failed. I asked him to give me a log sheet of all the times I came up. He told me he couldn't give me that in a week. He has not called me, and that was 2 months ago. I've gone to the St. Louis County Police Department in Clayton. They've told me they can't help me unless St. John's invites them to help me. I've gone to the U.S. and the Missouri Attorney Generals. The Missouri Attorney General told me it ain't his problem that the prosecuting attorney has to bring it to him. I told him, Mr. Robert Hyder, I told him that everybody tells me to come to him. He says no. I said, well, can't you go to the prosecuting attorney if you know something wrong? Why you got to wait for them to come to you? He wouldn't do anything. I've wrote to Nixon, Jay Nixon. I've wrote to every official that I can think of, the lieutenant governor, the mayor. I've wrote all throughout Missouri. I've wrote from the president to the FBI, to everybody, to every TV station that I can think about, to even celebrities that I can think about. I have had no success. And now that she's in Moberly, Missouri, where she died on the 8th, that's the first time the public administrator talked to me in 2.5 years was to tell me she died. And when I asked him why was she in Moberly, you know what his response to me was? Because of the trouble you caused. All right? I've been trying to free my mother from a jail. She could not even leave 4 walls at St. John's Place. He would not let her go to her own church. He would not let her go to a doctor. He would not let her see a psychologist. And then he stopped all of us from visiting for 9 months. Me, my children, my brother, and my god sister. So my mother had no one. No one. And he let her die alone. And now, Moberly Hospital is trying to get an injunction against me to keep me from talking to them because they won't tell me where my mother is. Now, if that's not a cover-up, I don't know what is. I asked them to do an autopsy. They have refused to do an autopsy. I was raising money to get an autopsy. And when I told my lawyer I was going for a wrongful death suit, all of a sudden my mama's body disappears. They tell me they gave it to the next of kin, but they can't tell me who the next of kin is because I'm violent and dangerous. And the next of kin is afraid of me. All of this is in documentation, by the way. Right. These are not words I made up. Everything I have said to you, I have proof of. I just want justice from my mother's death. I want people to be held accountable for what they did, the conspiracy that killed her. And stop saying she fell. Stop saying you can't tell me where her body is. I am her only daughter. Okay. I have cared for my family for forever. And I love my family, and I want this world to come back to peace. And why did I not get any help? Because I didn't riot.
So you're here to riot for Mr. Brown?
Yes, yes. I'm here to support any injustice to anybody. We see it happen regularly to our youth, okay? It's happening regularly to our seniors. Our seniors should just have just as much right to live comfortably in their elderly years as our children should have to grow to be elderly. So we have to protect both of those. And a lot of people don't have time to fight the state, all right? The state is hard to fight. So if they have families and children and all this stuff, eventually they get tired and they stop. But God didn't allow me to get tired. I've been fighting for 3.5 years. And I will not fight until the truth comes forward. I'm not violent, but I want the truth to come forward. I want all of us to live in a truthful world, a peaceful world, a loving world as God had it set up to be. We're hurting ourselves. We need to stop. If that boy had killed the police, Mr. Michael Brown, and I didn't mean to call him a boy, so I apologize for that, but I guarantee you his photo would have been out there within 30 minutes, 3 seconds. It would have been out there.
Probably right.
So we got to think about what we're doing. We treat police differently than we treat everyday people. We treat the rich people different. I can't even get a lawyer to help me. They tell me once you prove she was murdered, then come get us. I don't need you then. So what are we coming to as a world? We need to just help each other more and be honest. Just be honest. We make mistakes. This could have stopped. The Department of Health and Senior Services had just admitted they made a mistake. This could have stopped if the public administrator had just admitted he made a mistake. She would still be here today, living with me, enjoying her life. So I say God bless you for talking with me today. God's going to keep touching my soul, and I hope he keeps touching yours and blessing your station, and just wonderful things be done.
We appreciate your comments.
Thank you.
You have a good
God
one.
bless you.
Right. Sure. What's that? I'm trying to get someone else.
This is Peter James Callahan for We Act Radio, sponsored by CREDO Mobile. And you are watching and listening to what's going on here at Ground Zero in Ferguson, Missouri. We've been talking to lots of community activists, and just all sorts of people, just normal members of the community who are here and who are mad because of what happened to Michael Brown. And it looks like the authorities aren't really doing a whole lot to quell their anger anyway whatsoever. And most of these people, from talking to them, feel like they've been completely lied to. And are saying they're not leaving the streets until, justice is served. And this morning they released the name of the officer who shot Mr. Brown. They released some more details of what went on, or what, the official story of what went on, claiming that he possibly was suspected of stealing a couple of cigarillos, like small cigars, from a convenience store, which actually we're right in front of it right now at the moment, which was burned to the ground a couple nights earlier. And we'll be here as long as they're here. And we'll keep giving you great interviews, and please stay tuned. Again, this is Peter James Callahan for We Act Radio, sponsored by CREDO Mobile. You can find them online at CREDO Mobile. That's CREDO MOBILE. They were kind enough to fly our team down here to cover all the developments going on here in Ferguson, Missouri. You can also switch your wireless plan from whatever you got now to a actual wireless company that uses their profits to fund activism and this kind of wonderful news gathering that we do here at We Act Radio, and we thank them very much for that. Look them up online, CREDO Mobile, switch your plan. They got great service, they got great phones, they got great deals, and they don't give any money to people that support stuff like this, like Stand Your Ground laws and ALEC and all the polluters in the world. All the money that CREDO makes goes right back in to this kind of on-the-ground activism that we see here, and the kind of legislative lobbying that gets things done in Congress. People like Alan Grayson and Keith Ellison and all those people that fight for the people, CREDO got their back, so you should have their back. We're here in Ferguson, Missouri, Ground Zero on West Florissant Avenue, and it's been a interesting day so far. I think the attorney of Michael Brown's family is just made it on scene and is doing an impromptu press conference. We are actually taping that. I personally can't leave our live streaming setup, which many of you have been watching for a large part of the morning now. We're really glad to have you guys supporting us like that. Last night, we got here pretty late, but we did get a chance to cover some of the marches and protests yesterday evening. The vibe then was a bit younger and angrier, but still very peaceful. People showing solidarity with their community members and saying they're not going to stand for this anymore. They're not going to stand for, racist police shooting down their children in the street. And if you have the resources, wherewithal, or you're watching from somewhere, nearby, we invite you to come down and show your support for this community, which right now is in crisis, but is handling it as well as one would expect. Today, new developments in the case for those just tuning in. The police have now released the name of the officer who shot Mr. Brown, and they've released some more details. There was stills from a video camera were released. Most of the community doesn't really believe it. Some even claim these stills were doctored, and in the end, it really doesn't matter to anyone here, because even if you're going to steal something that's worth $2, you don't deserve to get shot 9 times for it. So I want everyone to keep staying tuned to our live stream here at We Act Radio, sponsored by CREDO Mobile. You can find CREDO Mobile at CREDO Mobile. This is Peter James Callahan for We Act Radio, Washington, D.C., sponsored by CREDO Mobile. You can find CREDO Mobile online at CREDO Mobile on Twitter. That's CREDO MOBILE. We're here in Ferguson, Missouri, covering the actions in response to the shooting, death of Michael Brown by a police officer. Michael Brown was an unarmed young man who was shot a few days ago. And the circumstances surrounding the incident are very hazy. More information was released this morning, but it still hasn't really slowed down any of the activism going on the ground here. Most of the community feels like they've been cheated by the police and the district attorney and pretty much everyone else in terms of what they're being told and how it's being told to them. Many of them feel like that the authorities are trying to slander Mr. Brown posthumously, because he really can't defend himself, and the only way to extricate their police force from the situation, they feel like, is to attack the victim. So we're going to keep up with more interviews here. We're lining some great stuff up for the rest of the afternoon, and please stay tuned and make sure you switch to CREDO Mobile. That's CREDO MOBILE. More to follow.
thing is this. I'll even say this. And some of y'all might not agree with me. I don't care, because we family. We need to stop putting all our eggs in one basket politically.
That's right. That's right.
Because this is the thing. Republicans ignore us, Democrats pimp us.
Thank you.
We need to stop putting all our eggs in one basket politically. We need to stop putting all our eggs in one basket economically. We need to stop misusing the resources that we have. It ain't the fact that we ain't got no money.
Oh, we got money.
You know what I'm saying? I remember one time, when Jordans was popular and they was like $300. I asked my daddy for some Jordans. He said, son, I cannot justify buying you some $300 pairs of shoes and your ass gonna go out of them in 6 months. Exactly. That ain't finna happen. Now, if you want to go get a job,
that's true.
And I guarantee you, once you get that job and make that $300, you ain't gonna want that $300 pairs of shoes.
Not your money.
Not your money. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Because the thing is, and it all starts with, first and foremost, taking back the power that we have, man. We gotta take back the power and the responsibility that we have. Because this is the thing: if we say that white folk make us do this, if we say that we can't help but do this, we give white folk power and we abdicate our responsibility. Yeah. And then the only thing that we can do is protest, because the truth of the matter is we have gotten good as black people at protesting, but we don't produce nothing.
That's right.
And at the end of the day, you can't have protests without some form of production, because it don't matter. Because this is the thing: once you have a form of production, you ain't got to protest. Because once you have a form of production, that's power.
They make way for it.
At the end of the day, when we get through protesting, and after the protest is over, they still got economic power. They still,
because I guarantee
he that has the
in
money,
a few months, that
he that has the economic power makes the rules.
You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be better than it was before.
And that's the reason why we got issues of this sort going on, because the people that has the economic power that's making the rules. Right now, they ain't investigating this crap. They in their cushy offices changing the rules. Right beyond our eyes, while we out here protesting and waving the American flag.
They changing the legislation in Clayton. We don't even know it. And the thing that kills me is that we don't need to sell out this movement for another piece of paper.
That's right.
We got enough pieces of paper with legislation on it to make what happened with Mike Brown illegal already. We don't need no more legislation. That's right. We need to come together and coalesce as a collective and as a people.
And say,
that's what we need. We don't need the white folk to come in, or anybody to come. I don't care if it's Holder. I don't care who it is. We don't need nobody to come in and say, well, let's write some words on a piece of paper, and then that'll appeal. They ain't gonna enforce it no way. Who cares?
That's right.
We act as if they can't lie on paper. They do it all the time. We got rules and regulations already that if they just follow them, we'll have a better life and a better position. But the problem is we don't come together collectively. I even look on Facebook and I see the people, some of my white friends that talk on Facebook. You know what they talking about the riot? How y'all destroying y'all economic base of y'all community? How y'all destroying? It's about economics. They don't even care the fact that this dude. We talking about human life. Yeah. They talking about money. Yeah. We talking two different languages.
Because they understand that economics control the aspect of life. You know what I'm saying? Economics going to tell me whether I'm going to give you life or whether I'm going to take your life. Right now, this is a matter of not the fact of just police brutality, which we know that's predominant all over the place. This is a fact of economic power that says that if I take your son's life, I'm going to change the rule to show that I'm right. But guess what? If we start doing like our president doing over there to Russia and start doing some sanctions against these businesses and say we no longer going to give you the money and start patronizing our own businesses, we sit and wait for somebody to give us, wait for Mr. Master, give me a job. Get out there and create a job.
And you want to know why Russia don't care about our sanctions? Because they got resources and they own economic base and they own economic power. That's why the president can say whatever he want to say. Putin is like, I got more oil than you got in the entire state of Texas.
And at the end of the day, you gonna need me before I need you.
At the end of the day, all these folk in Europe gonna deal with me before they deal with you.
Right.
So you can say whatever you want to say. We need to engage in economic power, but first and foremost, we can't engage in economic power if we don't understand that our lives, our community, our collective has value. Because even when because the thing is, and please, let's diversify the businesses that we have in our community. Everything ain't got to be a barber shop. Everything ain't got to be a salon. Everything ain't got to be a lick. Come on, where the black lawyers? Where the black doctors? You want to know why the Klan got started? Because within a generation of slavery, we had black schools, we had black lawyers, we had black doctors, we had black politicians, we had black teachers, we had black churches, and they didn't know what to do because their whole system was based upon an understanding of white supremacy, that they were better than us and that we couldn't have what they had because we were incapable of producing it. And we showed them within 20 years that we were able to produce it and then some.
And then they burned down.
And then they started burning stuff down.
Exactly.
And so what happened? Now the only thing that we can have is a black barbershop, is a black salon, is a black liquor store.
But when we gonna own some banks? When we gonna own some insurance companies?
We had them.
When we gonna own things that have economic power?
We had them.
We had all.
That's what I'm saying. We had them.
We had all. And we gave it up.
And we gave it up because they were able to scare us because we were not done and we had not eradicated the slave mentality that still exists on the inside of us. They took it.
They took it because they get the strongest one and break them, and then they go for the weak ones because you smite the shepherd and the flock gonna scatter.
Or let's look at the. How many of y'all heard of the Red Summer, 1919? After World War I, where they lynched over 5,000 of us because they didn't want anybody. Because this is the thing, they didn't want any black person who had been trained in military tactics to come thinking that they could do something in the community. Why you think that immediately after World War II, you know what I'm saying, you had veterans and folk who were fighting in the civil rights movement?
But once we get through with all this talk about what we're saying about this, we still got to watch our own. We got too many black men to turn this into entertainment. This is more than entertainment. This is a person's life, and then to turn it into entertainment.
Yep.
We need to get that person up out of the pasture. We got enough house Negroes and enough field Negroes. We need to get everybody together and come together.
We don't need no more handkerchief head Negroes.
That's going to be our major problem. It's happening in every movement. We got that one person in there. Believe me, every leader we talked about that got touched, it was from within home, in-house. It wasn't out-house.
That's what I asked,
So
sir.
that's our problem. Once we get a nucleus where we all on the same page and one stop taking the weaning, per se, we're going to be all right.
That's what I asked, sir.
That's the key.
I asked these two gentlemen, I was like, after this boils down a little bit, it might not boil down for a while, what can we do as men to quit being scared of our young youth and teaching what we know, like businesses, like these guys were saying? What is the plan? What ideas do you have? What ideas do we have?
Teach them we got value, man.
Don't
Teach
just
them that
come
they
out.
have
Don't
value.
just
can't fall back, man. We can't fall back.
Don't
The
just
talent you
come
have
out.
might help somebody, whether it's an instrument, art,
Don't just come out
music,
when these
business.
incidents happen.
What can we do to help our youth? We got to do
Show them what a black man really is. They learn what a black man is off TV, bro.
Make sure the schools get their money.
We-
Vote for people in office that's going to keep
Men,
the
that's
money
what
in
we
the
gotta
schools.
We got a church on every corner, but we see churches next to derelict buildings.
That's why half the time the buildings that the churches are next to are derelict because the church is derelict. The church ain't getting no tithes and offerings.
But that ain't all of them, bro. I wouldn't even
That
say
ain't
that's the
all
majority.
of them. I would no. The majority of churches are not getting the economic representation that they could get.
Well, that's
I'm gonna be real with you.
My question is,
I can hear
my
that
question is
point.
this. This is my question. Where is the Pastor Blunts? The Faith Church.
Right, where they
David, whatever his name.
all of them
You
ain't
getting
like
all
that,
our
bro. We
people
talking
in your
about the corn
churches.
front.
Why you not out here?
Because they don't care about us, man.
Because they don't care about us.
Because they don't care about us.
You know, where are they? They getting the millions of dollars. They
Right.
got the millions of dollars of buildings out there.
Yeah.
We don't have it in our community.
Because
To
of
make
a
the
slave mentality. Because I'm gonna tell you why. Because we still have the mentality that a white man speak, we supposed to listen. Because I guarantee you this.
I think it's a threat to where they live out in Baldwin. I think it's a threat to where they got their churches at
all
We
out
ain't
there
no
and
threat.
living.
We ain't no threat to
They
them,
don't want to
man.
lose that, man.
But the thing
so
is,
they ain't finna come down here and deal with them situations, man. That's why we got to get together right here.
But dude, I'm out where Blunt is.
Okay.
He got an issue with us paying tithes over there, cause all his economic base, the white folk done left.
Yeah.
Because we went over there.
True.
I remember my daddy told me this. He said, "Son, don't ever try to take another man's woman. Why? Because he said sometimes you take a man's woman, you might take his damn problems."
Thank you. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm a pastor.
Yeah.
And I'm just now getting my folk to understand the collective power that comes with the biblical principle of tithing.
That's true. But the whole institution of church, man, you know, is upbuilding the community. Where they be at, man? They don't be visible like that, man. That's what I'm saying, though, bro.
Outside the box.
Yeah.
I'm gonna squash that right there, because I'm gonna tell you like this.
I'm telling you, you can't squash that because I don't see it.
Yeah.
I'm talking
You know
about
what
for
I'm
me.
saying? But my thing is this. My thing is this. I'm gonna tell you like this. The black church puts more money and pays more bills in the community than any other charitable foundation that we have. Okay. And sometimes we need to stop cutting the black church, which is sometimes the only lifeline that some folk got. I'm gonna be real with you. My church in St. Charles, with few people, one week, we fed and clothed over 400 people.
Okay.
So you can't tell me what the church ain't doing.
Yeah.
My daddy, who was a pastor in Nebraska, they pay more light bills than the United Way.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of, you know what I'm saying? It's, I mean, you know.
Out of fairness, I mean, the
It
truth
just
of the
don't
matter
reach out
is,
to everybody.
I am clergy.
Because we ain't got the money.
And the fact remains is that the facts is that the church is not doing their part.
Yeah. I mean,
and the
I'm
church,
a on that.
if the church was doing its part, we wouldn't have the majority of their members on welfare.
Yeah. Trying to pay their light bill, trying to pay some tithes.
You know, and that's not for all the churches.
Right.
There's a lot of churches like Pastor Combs' church that is doing some good.
Yeah.
But if we look at it as a whole,
Yeah.
and you go to each one of these so-called large organizations, you know what I'm saying? My question is, Koji, where is they?
Where they at?
They come here every year, take millions of dollars out of this community or out of the community surrounding, and they leave.
But
They bring a lot of money into the community
and they
as
bring
well.
a lot of money into the
But
community. We can't forget that either.
But where they dropping the money at?
You know what I'm saying?
It ain't in the black community though.
It's downtown at the hotel.
Yeah.
There you go.
I didn't work that 5 years. I didn't work
cab
that.
driver,
You
I
talking
see
about
it.
being
It's dropping
visible, bro.
downtown.
You talking about being
Downtown.
visible. Okay, so check it out. I'm the only black school teacher at the school where I teach at. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only one. I'm the only one there, bro. Most times because I'm still a sub, I'm still trying to get my degree. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, and I'm in there, and the most question I get, how do the kids gravitate to you like they do? I look like them. So if the black men step up and stop letting me be the only one out there speaking for everybody, you got to get in the schools where they go every day.
And in
I
the
see these
neighborhoods where they
kids.
walk.
I see these kids more than their parents see them.
And
8 hours a day.
And the first thing they say,
You gotta get in the schools where you gotta get out there.
It's gang infested. But
Yeah.
guess what? I not only lived in the city of St. Louis,
Yeah.
I also had my family in the city of St. Louis,
Right.
and we lived around a lot of gangs. And a lot of them guys are just looking for somebody to love them.
Yeah, no doubt. A family.
And stop being afraid of them and
Yeah.
walk up to them. They just like us, man.
Right. Yeah,
they
bro.
want us to just to come to them
Yeah,
and
it
stop
can't be-
treating them like criminals.
It can't-
If we get out of that mentality and stop treating them like criminals,
Yeah.
then guess what? They won't do criminal activity.
No doubt.
But see, that, you know what? I'm not saying, I know the churches help economically. What I'm saying, the churches need to get outside of the box, outside of those four walls. Teach them how to cut grass or start their own lawn service. Show them how. Show them how to be a man. Teach them how to fill out an application. Teach them how to write a resume.
And that should come
But they
from
got
the
these
church.
other resources.
That's
The
the
churches
pillar
can
of our
do that.
community.
You don't need
But
no money to do that.
But let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
We talking about the very people that don't know how to do that, and they in the churches. So how you gonna get churches full of people that don't know how to do it?
Some people know
I
how to
mean,
You
do
know
but
what
we
I'm
can
saying?
reach out,
And some
though.
of them,
We can
and-
reach
and-
out
but
to
no,
some
hold
cats.
on. And some of them
Yeah.
are.
Right, you
And some of
can't.
them, and that's why I'm saying at the end of the day, you can't paint. We doing the same thing to our pillar, our community, the black church, that white folk doing to us. You can't paint all
OG,
that. I'm not saying it's
we
wrong.
getting off
Big
the
game,
subject,
though.
man. Did y'all see the pictures? What they trying to? You heard me? This guy that they said is Mike Brown is fucking. My fault. He's 6'4", 300 pounds. I've been looking at the pictures of Mike Brown. He was a slender kind of guy, and you heard me? This guy had on flip-flops. This Mike Brown had on tennis shoes, and they trying to say he armed robbery. You heard me, bro? Bro, we getting off the subject. Y'all talking about churches and all this, bro. This about, you hear me? This represent my son, bro. I'm a new father, bro. My son just turned 1. You hear me? That could be my son 17 years from now. He'd be 18 walking down the street or something, bro. You hear him? I'm supposed to have respect for the police, but they just mowed this man down. What I supposed to tell my son? Do I supposed to really tell my son that the police protect and serve? Do I really supposed to? Fuck no, OG, I'm not going to do. They mowed him down, bro. You heard me? I'm standing, I'm saying, y'all keep going back to church.
No, we're not going back to church.
It's about this black brother that got mowed down for nothing,
and that's what we talking about.
That.
We talking about what we gonna do after this. What we talking about? What we gonna do after this? That's what we talking about.
Well, tell me. Tell what's next.
We trying to come up. We got first of all, we said we got to be visible as men. The second thing we said,
we got to be here every day. Then.
That's what we talking about.
What I mean?
That's what we talking about.
This can't just be today though. We talking. That's what we got to be here every day until you heard me,
bro. That's what we talking about. That's what we talking about. You right on with us.
What are we gonna do to implement after this? What we gonna do to help our young people? That's what we.
But it's gonna take a community.
We need people like you, man, so you can come and tell us what's going on in your hood. If you can't tell us, if you don't talk to us and dialogue with us, then we can't make the change. We are leaders in the community, but we are not there on the ground level. You are.
But you know what
you
else
are
we
the
gotta
change
do?
that we have to do.
You know what else we gotta do? You know what else we gotta do? What black people have failed to do for a long time, we got to start telling each other we love each other. We got to start saying, you know what? I feel you, brother. I love you,
bro.
That's what we got to start doing. You got to start.
Since you ain't heard,
you got to start telling this man you love him. I don't know this brother from Adam, but I love him. Because he look like me. He sound like me. He been through what I've been through. That's where it starts. They shot Mike Brown. That brother look just like me. I don't care if he's 6 foot, 3 foot. He black. I'm black. You got to start telling each other you love each other. You got to stop hating each other and start loving one another. And it starts with us. When them people out at Clayton and Ladue, they love each other. They don't hate each other. They don't hate on each other. They love each other. Yeah, he's mad. He got the right to be mad. But what right do I have to be mad at him because he's mad? It ain't my fault what he's going through. But you know what? I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray to Allah. I'm going to pray to Jehovah. I'm going to pray to Yahweh. I'm going to pray to all of them because you know what? I might not never see you again. But you better believe something. I love you. I love you. I don't never want to see nothing happen to you. That's where it's got to start. That's the point y'all not getting. We talking all this stuff about racism and injustice. The injustice is us against ourselves. They not killing us. We killing us. They not doing this stuff to us. We doing this stuff to us. You should have went over there a long time ago to the Ferguson Police Department and demanded, why is there 3 black police officers in a 70% black community? Why? Ask the question. And you know what? We guilty just as that cop is because they got the literature, they put in the paper, the meetings, they have the town halls. None of our asses show up. None of us pick up a paper and read it. And we leave all our problems and issues to the damn white man to deal with our problems. And they trying to treat us like a damn science experiment. They not treating, they ain't looking at us like people. They looking at us like mice in a cage.
Man, out here,
they looking at us like
they gonna pick each other up. You know it's been, motherfuckers was getting killed every day in St. Louis. You know it ain't been one murder or nothing since. We came together. We came together. Look, our young brother seeing a little bit. Hey. Let's stick together. We ain't the enemy. It's another motherfucker out there.
You not my enemy.
Bro. I don't want to kill you. I don't want to kill you.
Mike Brown gotta die?
There ain't been not one black murder or shit in the city. Nothing. Since Mike Brown got murdered, it ain't been a black murder or nothing in the city.
If y'all really,
we woke up a little bit. I hope this wake our young brothers up and they see.
If y'all really want to change,
let's not go against each other. Why we? You hear me? It's another motherfucker that don't want. He's trying to erase our whole race. Our young
We've
people
been
killing each
told
other
we
every
gotta hate
day.
each other.
Slowly but surely, every day.
That's right.
We was killing each other. We was knocking each other off every day. We get smaller and smaller every day. That could be my son 17 years from now. He won. That could be my son walking down the street, just
You know
go
what
to
my
his
grandmama
friend's
used to
house
say?
and get gunned down by a police.
That's right.
You hear me? Just because of the color of his
That's right.
skin, man.
My grandmother used to say.
Go ahead, bro.
My grandmama
Go
used to say, ain't no sense in crying over spilled milk. Ain't no sense in it. Fuck what happened in the slavery. I know I gotta keep it clean.
Bro, keep it 100.
Stop holding on to that bull crap. Let go and heal. When you're in a relationship with somebody, you can't heal until you forgive. When you're in a relationship with somebody, you mad at them, you can't move forward until you forgive. Let the slavery stuff go. Let all that stuff
man.
go.
Let that shit that's old. That's
Heal
60 years.
and
70,
move forward.
Let's come together. Move forward,
I
man.
don't love. We need to love each other. If you're really out here for Mike Brown, start loving each other. Start loving each other. It ain't nothing gay. It ain't nothing bisexual. It ain't nothing uncool about me saying I love somebody I don't know.
No homo, none of that.
We go to the church
Let's get off of that,
and pray for each other.
Let's keep it real with each other.
And then we go to the stores and we don't even act like we Christians or anything.
I want to start off saying apologize to y'all, man, for leaving y'all astray out here, leaving y'all wild-minded. It's our fault. You understand what I'm saying? It's our fault. Because we should have been out here showing y'all the right way. So I want to apologize to you first and tell you I love you. All right, bro? But the whole mindset is we are crippled here. You cannot forget slavery because they wrote it. It's written. It's written. 1712, the Willie Lynch letter. You got to look at it. It is a letter. It is a program. We're a program. If you put a black man in the corner, watch him react. And with God, you need God. Because this is a spiritual war. This is God. This is God land. The enemy is acting a fool right now. Without God, you can't win, man. You cannot win
I without God. got him in my life, bro. You need God. I got him.
Once you
I
get
got
God,
him.
you can
I
defeat the
got
enemy.
him. He with me.
It's not about religion. It's not about purpose, beliefs. Everybody got differences. We got to learn how to respect each other's differences. But if you want to walk around with your pants hanging down, I'm not going to dog you out and talk bad about you because you're doing that. I'm going to respect you because you know what? You my blood. You my flesh and blood. You might be related to me. If I go to Ancestry.com, I just might find out how many of y'all might be my brothers and sisters. For real. I mean, if you really think about it, they say we all started from Adam and Eve. So really, technically, we all brothers and sisters. But we've been pulled away from the concept of love, peace, and harmony. We're afraid. We got more balls to go shoot each other in the head than we do to love one another. Give somebody a hug. What kind of mess is that, man? We twisted. We twisted. It needs to change.
We've been sold the bill of goods and we believe the lie. And we got to start with, like he said, we got to love one another. And we got to begin to grab each other and say, hey, man, I understand what you're going through.
You're going to scare the hell out of them when you start showing them unity.
The community,
right now.
the community,
you start
that's what they
saying
calling for.
Look at us, y'all.
It's
They
calling
scared.
for healing.
They scared.
When we unify ourselves in love and understanding, then we can begin to change what's going on in our community. Until we do that, until we start there, we're going to continue to be bamboozled. We're going to continue to be hoodwinked. We're going to continue to be witchcraft. We're going to continue to be the ones that believe the lie. Because we can do it, but it starts with each one of us men. We got futures growing up that's looking for us as the people that's going to lead them into the next century.
Right now. But it needs to be like that all the time. It's strength and numbers. That's why it only happen like that when somebody. That's the reason why we all gather today, because it's strength and numbers. If we just standing alone, we can't fight a whole army of people with one person.
The numbers got to be united though, and they got to be united in love. Because you want to know what makes us strong is the fact that we united on one purpose and one goal. Because if you just had all of us out here, these numbers, and just standing and we wasn't doing shit, it wouldn't mean nothing. So we got to be united in something.
Brothers, do you remember Tulsa, Oklahoma? Thank you. Do you remember Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1925?
Black Wall Street.
When they said that they raped a white woman, she blamed it on the black man. When the black men stood up,
They killed them and went over to Tulsa, Oklahoma and wiped them out.
And bombed it.
This is the last state to abolish slavery. It needed to kick off here.
Yeah.
It needs to stop now. We know what's in Florissant. We know what's in St. Anne. We know what's in Bell Mountain. We know what's all around Missouri.
You can't see what's going in or out the jail.
Let me say this to you.
It's like some straight slavery shit.
When
You
it's
can't see
time
they
to
closed the
stand
chuck
up.
hole. I've been locked up in
When
St.
it's
Anne.
time to
Fuck
stand
St.
up. When it's time to stand up as black men. When it's time to stand up as black men, we stand down. You gotta know, I'm not promoting violence, but I'm saying this. You gotta know when it's time to die and what you dying for.
What you dying for?
That boy died over there. They talking about some cigars.
A robbery.
You killed the man about some cigars.
Y'all put a picture of a 6
This
foot
ain't about
4,
no
300
cigars.
pounds.
This is about a young black boy who got killed
Y'all took it off.
by the
Y'all took it
police
off the
force.
murder.
By
Now,
public
instead of
service.
answers, we got more questions.
We don't even know
We got
about
1,000
public-
more questions.
I'm sorry, I'm
We supposed to
excited.
got answers. You motherfuckers supposed to release the
me tell
police
you
name to us, so you know what I'm saying? Y'all took it off, all the attention off of that, and y'all come up with some pictures of a man a week ago that's 6 foot 4. This man, I thought it was me. I'm like, they got a picture of me or something.
That's what
me
they
and Mike
always
Brown
do,
don't
though.
look nothing,
That's what they
and
always
scared.
do.
And they took this man's
They've been
life.
doing it for 400 years.
Hey, hold up, OG. I got to get this. It's some cameras, because somebody just came to me when I came, because I came up here. No, we need to get this on. You got the phone? Get this. I came up here tripping. I'm from the north side. I had my son in my hand. I came all the way from the north side. I was watching Sports Center. I seen the pictures, what they was comparing them to. I gave my son to my father. And my old dude said, man, stay out that shit, man. Stay out that. I said, man, I got to go stand with my people out here, man. I've been riding up and down the street all week, hunking my home. I said, no. I said, Father, I need you to hold I need you to hold my son for me. Listen to me now, y'all. Father, I came up with my father. He showed me the way I chose, way I came up and what I chose is different, you heard me? I got shot. You hear me? It's a bullet in my arm now, real chest on the arm and leg. I worked at Target, you hear me, a job and everything. I wasn't no dope boy, selling nothing, you hear me? I had a nice car, and guys tried to jack me. I got hit 3 times, you hear me? God, 2006, you hear me? August the 1st, 2006, I had a barbecue. I have every August the 1st. It's like I remember you hear me? That's the day I could have been gone, you hear me? I just had a barbecue on the 1st, you hear me? I got shot, you hear me? I said, Father, can you hold my son? I need to come out here with my people. They need to, because my old dude said, man, your voice, you too popular. So they gonna come for you, man. He like, stay out this shit. I'm like, man, I died for what I believe in. He died for nothing. I don't believe that could be my son 17 years from now, bro. They could be straight my son walking down the street for nothing, and you kill. I said, hey, I've been gone since 10 o'clock. I know he might see me on the news since 10 o'clock. Since 10, I've been out here since 10. I went and changed jerseys. I came up here, raised hell for about 10 minutes. I came by myself, y'all. Nobody, none of my homeboys, no weapon. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Hey, don't shoot. I didn't come with no weapon. I did come with a Plecarello. Don't shoot. You hear me? Don't shoot. You hear me? I came by myself. I raised hell for about 10 minutes. So a lot of people came, and I've been on the cameras and stuff. So I left, you hear me, and came back. I got a reverse. This is when I went out of town. I played basketball. I went to San Francisco. I'm cold with that. Don't look at the sides. Don't let the sides fool. That basketball, come to Fairground sometimes if you get a chance. I might go up there today for real. Fairground, I hoop, I'm cold. But anyway, we getting out the situation. I'm telling you, now listen to this real. I came back. A gentleman came up to me and said, young brother, can you come here? I don't know if I'm a can of paint. I was like, what's up? He said, we need to go talk over here. I said, all right. He said, young brother, how you too raw, you too uncut. He like, man, you be, my fault. He said, you be careful, man. He said, they looking and they seeing. He said, they probably trying to find out where you stay at and all that right now. And I want to get it on camera. Shit, if something happened to me, man, if something happened to me, I want y'all to have it on camera, you hear me? Motherfucker, it's part of this shit, and my voice, you hear me? I wanted to be heard. Fuck watching it on TV and all that shit. I wanted to be heard. Man, I'm a strong black. You heard me? My little homies in the community, I try to keep them away from the, you hear me, the dope boy, like, cause I came up hooping. I got a little basketball hoop that sit in front of my house. Come on, fella, let's play basketball. You hear me? Don't go sell dope up there at the store. Let's hoop. You hear me? Let's chill out here and get hoop. Man, if something happened to me, y'all got this on camera. You hear me? I love my son.
They better not do nothing to you.
Look, bro.
Man, they better not do
bro. OG came. Look, he came. Hey, listen, he came to me like, man, you too powerful. Hey, he said, man, you too powerful for a dude like you. They looking for. He said, bro, you too powerful. You heard me? That's what I say, bro. If something happened to me, I want y'all to get this on. You heard me? I love you too.
Hey, man, I'm gonna tell you
hey,
like
listen,
this, bro.
I love my mom.
I love you, man.
I love you too.
It's gonna be all right, man.
If they kill you, they got to kill the rest of us.
I want y'all to get. I want y'all to get all in. I know, but I'm just telling y'all.
They got to kill the rest of us. For real.
Oh look, let me go.
Real, man. For real.
I want to get this on camera, you heard? Cause I feel like I'm giving my testimony. So I'm gonna give it to you live. Fuck it. If it's something happens to me,
You'll be all right. You're gonna make it, baby. You're gonna be all right.
if something happens to me, I love my mom, Sharon White. I love my brother, Omar White. I love my little son. You heard me? I love my old dude. We have our other dads. You heard me? I love my niece. I love my baby mama. You heard me? I love my girlfriend. You heard me?
They love you too, man. We love you.
I love you. I wouldn't change shit about my skin color. I wouldn't want to be no other color. You heard my people? Right. We came, this shit powerful. You heard me? I feel this shit so powerful right y'all. I straight feel this shit. And like you heard me, I got a drill it's an out of body experience. You heard this shit so powerful. We ain't came together for no positive shit like this. This shit powerful, dog. I feel it, y'all. And if something happened to me, man, y'all know what it was, bro, because I spoke my mind. I kept it real, you heard me, and that's all I can keep it, man. That man got murdered for nothing. That could be my son 17 years from now, walking down the street, you heard me, and I tell my son, I'm supposed to tell my son that the police protect and serve us, no protection, and they do serve us. They don't even kill us no more, they execute us.
Together we can make a change.
Hey, bro.
Together we can make a change.
Thank you, bro. Something happened to me, bro. Y'all got that, bro. You got that on your phone.
We can make a change.
Got it.
All right. Got that on your phone.
It ain't right.
Probably hooping against the money.
What you know is right.
It's all right, bro. It's all right. It's all right, bro.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing. I made me a partner today, boy. I ain't got to know his name. I ain't got to know nothing about him, but this is my dog, and I love him. I love all you all. I love you back. I love you back, man. I love you. Hey, America, we love each other. And these ain't my cousins. These ain't my cousins either.
Come on, you
We
heard me?
love him
That's
too.
not a black, you heard me? I don't know this man. You know I don't know him from a can of paint. When I see him, I'm usually getting locked up, man. You heard me? But today, this is my brother, you heard me? This is my brother, you heard me? This is my brother, man. This is my home. The blood, when you heard me, we all put our pants on the same way. That could have been your son. That could have been your nephew. Your niece. Your brother. You heard me? That could be anybody. You heard me? That could be your, you heard me? You heard me? Your son, you heard me? Whatever, you heard me?
The question is, who's next?
Who's next? Is it me?
Question is, who's next?
You know I'm scared for my
Who's
brother.
next?
Get me.
If they
I'm
done
scared
it
for
to
my
Brown,
life.
Michael Brown,
Hey.
who's next?
Now,
So that's
get
what
this on
they
camera.
want to kill somebody next.
Obama, come down here. Our people need to see. If you come down here, oh my God, it'll be like some Martin Luther King. Oh my God. Obama, if you see this, if you listen, if you come down here, if our people see your face, we don't feel safe. We don't feel safe out here in Ferguson still right now. We don't feel safe. They just by letting us ride up and down the street, I still don't feel safe out here. I don't. Obama, we need to see your face. We need to see you come down here. Nelly, When you come down, our people need to see your face. I shout out Jeezy. You did your concert here. You came up here. You know that's real. David Banner, I seen you. Puff Daddy, I seen all the. I be on Facebook. I seen everybody that been showing us love. New York, shout out New York. Cameron, you hear me? Jay-Z. Where y'all? You hear me? Look, you hear me? We together. Poor, rich, black or white. You hear me? That could be any one of our sons. Poor, rich. Obama, we need to see your face. We don't feel safe down here. And you know, I'm doing this because I'm fearing for my life now. Because I'm keeping it real, Obama. This real. We don't feel safe down here. Can we please? You the president of the United States. We are Missouri. And we are a state. United States. Come see us. Can we see your face, please? Please tell us that it's safe for us to ride up and down the street. Please, that it's safe for us. I can take my son to school. You know, this man can take his son, his niece. This lady can take her. We can take our people to school without getting pulled over for nothing and having one. Y'all give us all this ticket. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying we poor, but everybody I ain't got it. I'm not part of the struggle. Listen to my voice. I barely can talk. Here you go. I'm part of the struggle. You hear me? Got no job or nothing. None of that. I'm Obama. I'm part of the struggle. My people that surround me now, we part of the struggle. We need to see your face. We don't feel safe down here in Missouri, in St. Louis, in Ferguson. We don't feel safe. I don't feel safe in my life. I'm telling you this because I'm fearing for my life now. I keep it real. I came up. My old dude told me about the Black Panther. My old dude told me about Malcolm X. Malcolm X I executed. Dr. Martin Luther King. You hear me? Our leaders. Nelson Mandela. What they like, man. You hear me? What they like, man. You know, there's some of my heroes. Michael Jordan. I hope Michael Jordan do see this. Jordan, you one of my heroes. You hear me? You ain't played basketball, Michael Jordan. You ain't played. Y'all getting this? Do y'all want this? Do y'all want this footage? Cause I'm on fire. Do y'all want this footage? Michael Jordan. You ain't played basketball in 15 years. I straight got your jersey when I was a kid. And say my 1-year-old son I just have can fit this. You know what I'm saying? They could be my son, Jordan. Our people, we killing each other over these tennis shoes. We going to the mall, people getting jacked. You charging $200, $220. Like Michael Jordan, you part of the struggle too. You know where it come from. You know what I'm saying? You charge $200. You know what I'm saying? So now we feel like we gotta rob. We ain't got that money. We gotta rob for that. We gotta rob you for them J's. I gotta up on you. I gotta take your life over a $200 pair of J's. You hear me? Michael Jordan. See, you hear me? Look, you see this? This right here, this how we feel, for real. That's why we turn the motherfucker down. This how we feel. Look at it. This was a establishment where I came and got gas, and I got me a 79-cent Sprite. I used to, listen to me now, I used to get a 79-cent Sprite from her every day. Almost every day. I used to get a 79-cent Sprite from up here. This how we feel, bro. Get this. Let me see the phone, bro. I ain't gonna take your phone. Get this.
Slow it down, burn it down. That's right. Burn it down to the ground.
Look
so
at
what?
My man right here.
No peace, no justice. No peace, no justice. I'm mad. Fuck them. Fuck the police. They're liars. The chief of Ferguson is a liar.
Come here, bro. What you got? They still running? Everything? Everything running.
Right here, live stream.
Everything running. Michael Jordan, you one of my heroes. I saved it for my son, you hear me? You know what I'm saying? It's real. You know what I'm saying? They could be your son, Michael Jordan. You just had a baby. They could be your son, 17, 18, for nothing. You hear me? I know your son not gonna come up like my son. You know what I'm saying? You Michael Jordan, but that could be. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, we need to see y'all face. Come show y'all face down here. Obama, we really need to see your face. We don't feel safe out here right now. I'm gonna keep saying that because people out here have jobs. People out here have a lot of other things to do other than stand out in the sun. But a lot of us believe what Mike Brown got killed for was senseless. And then the pictures and stuff, y'all took the focus off the murder and y'all put some pictures up of a robbery. Y'all try to turn a man that's dead into a robber instead of giving us more questions and more answers. Instead of giving us answers, you gave us more questions. So now, is that him or him? I'm out here now, the guy was 300 pounds and he looked at 6'4". Mike Brown and that man, don't look nothing alike. I don't believe it's a straight embarrassment. It's a shame. It didn't make. That's why I'm out here now. It don't make no sense for what the picture, and it took them a damn near a week. This man been almost gone a week for them to come out with these pictures, man. You know what I'm saying? Of a robber. This real. I'm out here sweating hot. I ain't out here for nothing, y'all. You hear me? I'm straight scared for my life. We need to see Obama. We need to see. So St. Louis, you the president of the United States. We need to see your face. We don't feel safe down here. Come down here and see us, please. All the celebrities or whatever, come. It's real down here. You hear me? They've been doing this shit for years. You hear me? Pulling us over. Pull it up on the internet, the percentage. See, I graduated from high school. I went to college. I stopped going to college because I got shot. When I'm smart though, I be on the internet. I know how to work a computer. Look at the percentages, and that's just, it speak volume. I don't even got to check. I don't even know the percentage, but I know it's over 80% us get pulled over, and 90% of us get locked up out in these municipalities. It's real. That's why I'm still talking right now, because I'm scared for my life. Really, I really am, bro. It don't make no sense, bro. You a black man, right? Look, get him, bro. Let me hold. Let me hold. You a black man, ain't you, bro?
Yep.
Just check me. I don't know this man from a can of paint, but we coming together for a cause, for senseless shit. They been killing us for years. Look at the man that's on this man's shirt. This man was so, this why I'm scared of my life. Because of a man like this man right here. This man right here was so powerful. This man they had to kill this man. He was too much. He spoke, you know what I'm saying? He preached peace, but non-violence, but it's real. They was killing us, sicking the dogs on us. This been going on for 60 years. 60 years, wasn't even that long ago. 70 years ago, we in chains and shit and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't getting whips, getting water holes. Like, I would have been the first motherfucker dead. I see a motherfucking bathroom that say white owned. But you believe that? Me and you, we couldn't even go into a bathroom. That motherfucker straight say white owned. Me and this brother wasn't alive. If I'd have went in there, they'd have killed me. It's real. I'm straight scared for my life. We need to see you, Obama. We don't feel safe down here. You know what I'm saying? They've been doing this to us for years. Years. It's real down here. Please come see it. If you want me, I'll be out here every day. Just ask around. If you want to see me, it's real down here. They straight killed the man for nothing, and they trying to put out pictures and defer the murder. You hear me? Here you go, bro.
Appreciate your comments, sir. What's your name?
My name Damien, bro. D. Gutter.
Appreciate it, Daniel.
Fairground legend. I hoop at Fairground.
You from here?
Huh?
You from here?
Yeah, I'm in the hood on the north side. I hoop at Fairground every day. I be hooping every day. That's my part. You hear me? This is my custom-made jersey of Red Bull. Shout out Red Bull. You hear me? They sent me to San Francisco. This is my last name. You hear me? White. You hear me? I put the side. I hoop. Don't let the side fool you. I got that work with, you hear me? I got that work with that handle, with that basketball. But yeah, I'm up at Fairground, you hear me? People know I'm a real down to earth, you hear me, type guy, you hear me? I'm an honest guy, you know, it's just real out here that this man got murdered. I'm out here for this man that's not standing no more. This man can't speak, so I speak for him. Thank you. Where y'all from, OG?
DC. This is We Act Radio with CREDO Mobile.
Straight up?
Yeah, check us out at weactradio.com.
So this shit, we giving y'all straight some gangster shit.
It's
We on
live
camera?
streaming on the internet right now.
Live stream?
Yeah, you can,
Straight up?
everything.
Oh shit, man. What else I got to talk about? What else I got to talk about?
Give us a minute. You just
Go ahead. I got some more news. I'll give you all this. Y'all not from here?
From DC.
Don't keep that. Hey, bro, go on get it rolling.
Hold up.
Washington, D.C.?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, I'm finna give y'all some shit. Because I might not be able to come out the house no more, for real. I'm scared, bro. You got that on camera, bro? That shit on your page. On Facebook. Yeah, go ahead. Thank you.
This is Peter James Callahan for We Act Radio from Washington, D.C. You just heard lots of community comment and a great discussion going on here at Ground Zero in Ferguson, Missouri. We are here by the grace of CREDO Mobile, who is by far and away the best mobile phone company in, I don't know, maybe the world, because they don't give away any of their dollars to campaigns and politicians that let stuff like this happen. They are the cell phone company of unity, peace, love, and understanding. And we'll have more for you in interviews and conversations and listen-ins, and I think we might get mobile in a little while here and check out what else is going on around the strip and around kind of where all this went down, where everyone's kind of massed here. There's probably 300 or so people out here, and then just the general one block radius of where we are right now, all out here demanding justice for Michael Brown, and we'll have more to come after this.
My brother, you know, my brother. Man, I told my brother, we can't. Man, no. Man, is you crazy? Is you crazy? If you have to, you gotta let that out, man. Listen.
Once again, this is your trusty correspondent, Peter James Callahan for We Act Radio in Washington, D.C., sponsored by CREDO Mobile. You can find them on Twitter at CREDO Mobile, CREDO MOBILE. What you're hearing right now in the background, and you're going to see in about 1 second, is one of many, many work trucks, mostly, coincidentally, driven by white men who've been driving by honking their horns while people hold signs at Ground Zero, outside the convenience store, where allegedly Michael Brown may have, but probably didn't, steal something that was worth less than $2 before he was shot 9 times by police. We're staying on the story all day and into the week. As long as it's here, we're here with you. And thanks again to CREDO Mobile for sponsoring this wonderful endeavor. We're sad it has to come to this, we need to be here, but if someone's got to do it, I think we're the ones. We will have more interviews and stuff shortly, and we thank you all for watching. Stay tuned. big logistics thread, right?
Huh?
The big thread.
Yes. With Michelle on it.
Yeah, and Becky and Sarah and everyone else.
Oh yeah, and put something up on the page that says we'll be back in an hour.
Oh well. We lost analytics for a while. I was watching the stream, it looked great, but YouTube lost analytics for like the peak of our stream, so we don't actually know how many people were watching it. Which is just Google sucks, dude.
Google sucks?
Yeah, they on YouTube. Well, they,
Okay. If we could get Google, what is their fiber? I want their hotspot. Now, if we can run across a place and selling one of those, let's do it.